All right, everyone, welcome to the Truth Tribe. I'm Dawn Thompson, and thank you for being here. If you are a newbie, those of you on Facebook, please feel free to throw me a higher wave or a heart or something. I want to remind you guys you are all perfect exactly where you are in this now moment. Right now, there is nothing wrong with you. It may feel like it, but there is nothing wrong with you. And remember that I love you. I love you all very much. And we're going to start with the rest of our calls from now on with the brutally honest truth. Why? Because tonight's topic is, are you in the Fight Club? Are you in Fight Club? You guys know Fight Club, the movie, if you haven't seen it. I just find it funny because I feel like that's what everybody's in right now. So tonight, I want to talk about the brutally honest truth that you are lying to your partners or relationships or anyone else in your life in exchange for being wanted. Yet, everyone in your life will want you more if they know what you want instead of what you don't want. And this means all the people in your life. Okay, so not just one, not just two, but all the people in your life. Your awakening, and I know this is like, oh, I'm awake. Well, your conscious state of thinking and awakening is dependent on your decision to fight what you attract or turn the lights on to who came to be in all realities of your experience. So all these different parts of your reality of your life, you are either fighting them or you're in mental mastery. You're one or the other. You're minding your business, you're minding your thoughts, you're minding your conscious state of being, or you're not. And so your awakening is dependent on your decision to fight what you attract or turn on the lights. It's that basic. Everyone has beliefs, but not everyone is taking action to shine your truth about it. And many are seeing right now, ourselves included, but you're seeing ourselves as well as others unraveling, and the image is uncomfortable. All of us are like, what is happening, right? The truth is, it's a great sign that when you're seeing this, that you're waking up to truth, that you are a warrior here to break all your barriers, okay? So your friends and your family, my friends, you need to understand this. They won't change their beliefs about what they want to stop trying, right? They won't change their beliefs about what you want them to stop trying. Stop trying that. Try this, try that. This whole thing is about changing your beliefs. They will only want what you want when they realize they want it to, when they realize they want it to, not when you realize it, when they do. And this is the moment they will be open to changing a belief to have it as well in their life. But they have to figure that out, not you, right? So ask yourself tonight, do you belong to the Fight Club? And I really want you to ask yourself, like, who are you fighting? Who do you want to be in Fight Club with? Your awakening is not about the boxes or the dumb digital wizards sharing fear for you to fight. Because what you're forgetting, it's all about the boss. The boss inside of you seeing your own self as a lighthouse with several or all the lights off. Like, do you actually want to see it? Do you want to look at yourself and see your crap? It always will, and it always will continue to be inside viewing, okay? I keep getting asked this. So this is one of the things that comes up a lot, and it's just, I'm like, okay, we're going to address it on Truth Tribe, okay? I get asked a lot, when or if they can hurry and make a change so that the new loving earth can be revealed. When is it going to happen? Didn't we have this conversation like 3 years ago when the whole thing, everyone thought the earth was crumbling and we were going to crap because this COVID scary thing in the air was going to come get you? And so my answer is what you're looking for isn't going to happen anytime soon. And my simpler answer is if you're really trying to get there, try to get yourself to that place of open your mind. I don't want to give you guys numbers, but 18 months. Okay. I'm sorry, but I am not a fan of giving people numbers to work off of, because they're like, you said 18 months, Dawn. You said 2 weeks, Dawn. And my answer is around 18 months. Okay. Because of the planets, because of the energy, because of the universe. We're going to talk a lot about the planets in a little bit. But you're in a hurry to get somewhere instead of just being here right now, because you're all still fighting. You can just look around you. Everyone's still you're still fighting everyone and everything that's good for you, because you're simply programmed to be an effing fight for being seen. Everybody's fighting to be seen. Do you see what they did to me? Do you see what they did? See, if they do that, that's what's going to happen to me. Do you see me? Do you see what's going to happen to me? Like, listen to it. And when you're not, and you get quiet, and you're still using your eyes to look at why so, you think it's their fault, whoever you consider is doing the offending of they are, right? Whoever they are, right? It's not their fault. It's yours for not looking inside and seeing what rooms are still dark inside of you. Okay. You are a whole being, 12 fractal reality, 12 aspects of your personality. You are not the same person in each reality of your life. Okay. And so then you have to look at these 12 realities that translates into 24. When you're fully online, or in essence, all your software, think about it, has been updated. I want you to simply think of all the lights that have been flipped on in your lighthouse. Okay. Meaning 12 high and 12 low dim lights have all been flipped on, and you become a master of all versions of yourself. And a lot of people are like, really, is that possible? Yeah, it's absolutely possible. We've just been told it's not. If we taught kids from birth how to do this, nobody would question it. So the tricky part is that you've been ignoring your truth for so long. When you decide to see it, you want others to want the same truth as well. And then when they don't, you get mad, and then you go back into Fight Club with them. And some of you are like in Fight Club fighting the damn TV, the TV wizards. So I want you to repeat this question again. What if my life is up to me? Say it out loud to yourself. What if my life is totally up to me, like for real? Okay. The brutal truth about this is one of the realities in your life won't meet your old or your current beliefs. And it's time to let it go for better. And if you can let that belief go, you'll be able to let it go and start growing. But the old beliefs that are programmed are holding you back. So the truth means looking at your dark rooms in your life. The 12 fractals, or 12 personality realities of your personalities, it relates to all your environments and your belief in each one. You are responsible for mastering your beliefs about yourself, not about others. So as I've discussed this many times, you can't watch the TV Wizard of Oz telling you to be scared. If you can't just watch it with objection, okay, then that is one reality you must change today. I can't watch that. I get scared. Well, then why the hell are you putting it on? Turn it off and focus on you. That's a pain point. Okay. So why am I bringing this up? Because I bring it up all the time. Because not only are you in Fight Club with others, but here's the biggie. As you redirect inside into yourself, right? And things are getting hairy outside and getting a little bit crazy, right? You're going to automatically go to your nervous system wiring, and you're going to start fighting with yourself. I know you all do this, right? We're fighting with ourselves about what you should or what you shouldn't have done. Why you are where you are. Remember, you're all perfect right here, right now, in this moment of time. It's your lighthouse moment to turn on the lights to any darkness you keep avoiding inside you. And I mean inside of you. What are you playing? Why is this so important? Because the belief systems, your belief systems, the universe, universal energy, the planet, source consciousness, God has already shifted everybody's like, when are we going to get there? It's already shifted the new earth into a new frequency. And it's simply up to you to raise your head and see the truth inside of you to match it. The truth that you came to shine your gifts and your soul came here to feel pain in order to choose peace from now on. So consciousness is living in balance, and balance looks like mind, body, spirit. Okay, or body, mind, spirit, all in alignment. So they're all in alignment. Now, what that is it requires you to balance anything that is too weighted in one area of your life. So relationships, career, money, health, wealth, communication, emotions, spirituality, right? Where is it too weighted? It's taking a hard look at what reality in your life is out of balance and what is weighted. Okay, so now I want you to imagine in your mind, okay, that the masculine energy right here, the masculine energy is your mind. Okay, so here's your triangle. There's your mind. There's the triangle. Can I make a triangle? Okay, so imagine that your mind has an upside down triangle pointing down to your heart. Okay, and your heart is the feminine. So now I want you to imagine there's an infinity symbol that's going from your heart up to your head and then back down to your heart, and it's swirling around, and there's those 2 points hitting each other right there in the center. Okay, so imagine this infinity symbol over those 2 areas, your head and your heart, and see what half of the loop is out of balance. Okay, so is it your head or is it your heart? Then untwist that loop. You think I have this here to show you guys. I always bring this out for you guys. So imagine that infinity loop is twisted like your DNA, and imagine that you open that up and you untwist the loop as you see it become a circle, and imagine that you're in the center of the circle and it's divided into 12 slices. That is your fractal reality, your 12 fractal reality. And it will have dark spots or rooms, and then it'll have other areas where there's strobe lights in the room. Okay, but that infinity is, are you top heavy or bottom heavy, or are you in balance? You're not getting out of it. This is how you find peace internally, and you create balance in your body, mind, and spirit, or you find peace in things, thoughts, and truth. Okay, so I want you to think of this as, do I overthink everything and I'm not trusting my heart? Or do I just put so much energy into the feminine that it's all about just receiving and sitting back and being passive, where we get to the weak aspect, where we're so heavy in the feminine that we have no action into the mind or into doing? And so you have to look at where we're at. Are you avoiding? A lot of men avoid the heart. I'm not telling you to be weak and passive. We're just telling you to understand the emotions and the faith and the intuition that comes out of it. It's your electric grid. And women sit so much in here to feeling that they forget to actually think about what they want. In infinity, just put the imprint right over your head and your heart. Even the bottom of the infinity can go down even into your pelvis, okay, for feminine. So what does this look like if you're going to balance things, thoughts, and truth, or your body, your mind, and your spirit? Number 1, spirit. It looks like making a list of attributes of what your dream life looks like in the 5th dimension. Where is the 5th dimension? It's in your thoughts, in your imagination, in your meditation life. When you're up in the higher realms, you're just like anything's possible. That's what spirit looks like. Because everything's possible. That's the infinite. Then you have to go into the mind. What does shifting and bringing balance into mind mean? It's seeing that others are struggling and allowing them to have their own journey without your judgment and your criticism. Reminding yourself daily that you are the master of your thoughts, and any dark ones that appear, you will simply flip the switch to see what's in that room. Whatever topic it is in your reality, that's the room that's calling for your thoughts to go, ooh, those aren't good thoughts about that room. And body. Body are things. So body can be anything you can touch is 3D. Okay. So it's scheduling that dream life and taking an even tiny step of action daily, just taking the masculine, the top of the infinity loop, and pushing it down and planning your mind to see a map daily of what it would look like in action for you. So you must activate these dreams into the physical body by finding tools to install the dream into your physical day. So what do you want more? right? What do you want more of? Start with a book, start with a class, start with a YouTube, start with groups. What is it that you need steps to take? And you think, well, I'm not going forward. Well, forward is better than sitting here and then being stuck and out, overweighted, because you will always attract the opposite relationship to show it to you. In money, if you're overthinking money, you're not receiving. Feminine is receiving. In relationships, if you're over about give it to me, someone come to me, someone show up at my doorstep, you're not out in the masculine or assertion taking action about what you want and who, and saying it, speaking it, acting it, being it. So if it's about your career, what do you need to learn in order to step into a new career? It's those things. It's all 12 aspects of your personality. Parenting. You want to be a better parent. People go, I want to be a better parent. I'm like, then change you. Change the environment that the kids are in. I can't do that. Well, then that's on you. That's why you're not doing better parenting. So most importantly, you most likely are, what's going to happen is you're not going to get lost in your mind if you can put in some steps, some plans, right? But I don't want you to get lost in your mind if you're just simply dreaming. So taking those dreams and crossing the bridge is the mind bridge, which is the fourth dimension, right? And then without any interest in its opinion or what your brain thinks about it or your thoughts, right? Implementing it into this grand new earth of a life. And it may be uncomfortable because you're not used to it, because the wiring says no. So the things, the thoughts, and the truth all flow into your light. Now, most people on the planet are still playing old thoughts and beliefs about what they don't deserve. They're talking about it all. I don't deserve this and that. I know. You deserve more. So the brutal, honest truth is that you are the key to doing very simple, easy things that will shift your entire reality in your spiritual DNA. Literally, your spiritual DNA. Okay? So the reason this is happening, and I put a little bit heavier into the call tonight, but we're all in Fight Club. I'm watching people left and right fighting with each other and angry with each other. My mom told me the whole HOA, they're all fighting and yelling and going after. I'm like, what is happening? Like weird stuff like this, like grocery stores and then people in like, being unwell and upset and mad. And my answer is the more you know, the more you grow. See it. And when you see it out there, the answer is that's not where you belong. So what I want to remind you guys on tonight, I want to hop into the planetary update, because what happened a week ago was the new moon in Scorpio. Okay. And it is still having its ugly way with everyone on the planet. Okay. Remember, it's a sign of sex, intimacy, finances, death, rebirth. So all the things that make us emotional. Okay. You need all those things to get along with people. You are not getting out of taking steps to upgrade the peace in your body, mind, and spirit. And that new moon in Scorpio is going to bring more intense feelings. Just because it happened doesn't mean it just went away. So it's forcing us into transformative energy and a deep need, a really needed invitation for change. So if stuff is coming at you, you're like, I don't want to do this. And you're like, but I have to, because if I don't change, I'm going to get forced to do it. And I don't want to have to do it that way. Number 2, so that was last week's full moon. Number 2, we got Mars also sitting in the sign of Scorpio. Now, Mars is the planet of war. I'm just telling you why you guys are feeling this. And it's in the sign of Scorpio, which is death and rebirth and finances and sex and intimacy. So it's digging up secrets as it transits. And it's going to war, and it's aggressively pushing into it, into the collective and into your own life. So it's time to address these dark rooms in your imbalanced realities. Okay. Then we got Mercury. It's opposite Gemini right now. We're going to have a full moon in Gemini on the 28th, like in a week. Oh, 8 days. Whoa. We'll talk about it next week. So we've got Mercury over here about to oppose that full moon in Gemini. It's not quite there yet, the moon, but And what happens is once it gets there, it's going to have a party with Gemini because they both are ruled by Mercury. Okay, Mercury rules Gemini, and Mercury is also in the planet of Sagittarius. So it's all this information and knowledge and learning, and they're both ruling communication. Okay, Gemini and Mercury. And then Mars, this aggression and war, is going to say, you better watch your words because they're not going to come out gentle. So I'm telling you all, watch your words with others, but also with yourself. Okay, so as I've said, write it down what you want to say and don't say anything except that. Do not say anything about anything unless you've written it down. You're like, that's exactly what I want to say about what you want, and only speak about that the areas where you want to be in light and peace and independent truth. Okay. Now then you add even more onto that. Uranus is in its least favorite place. I talked about this last week, but it's still in Taurus. It's going to be there for years. And Taurus rules money and values. Okay. So it's forcing you to get rid of old ideas and old structures collectively and personally, right? Your soul's epigenetic, your memory of old program beliefs of energy, as well as the Earth's imprisonment collective. Okay. So it's going to end all the old systems that have shrouded our planet for hundreds of years. So it's like it's getting rid of the old rules of control and our independent freedom. But Uranus is only helpful when you're open to the change of independence. So if not, it's going to push you to do into things that you're not expecting, you're not going to like. Then you got Mars doing the same thing. So you're all getting pushed, which is why I was telling you. That's why everybody's in Fight Club. You are choosing internally the reality timeline that you wish to live on from now on. It's your time to choose. This is it. This is the time. Next week, we're going to go into that full moon in Gemini, and you're going to have to speak it out into the world. Right. And so now you can see the universe, the planets, the energy is so intent on getting your attention to grow out of your old patterns. And these 3 planets are so intense and awakening, they're going to catapult you into situations and force you into like a death of your old and into your new dream reality. And it's almost like you're so afraid. People are so afraid to just pick because they don't know what to do. They're so disheveled. So you can choose the map you wish to live on that timeline, absolutely right now. But you must get a grip on your frequency and your yin yang, your masculine feminine balance individually, saying, I'm not going to live in polarity of anger and hate anymore. Right? It serves no one, and it keeps all of you imprisoned. So it's time to shatter your imagined jails and rewrite your reality. Hold it. Start taking action. Your conscious awareness is one of your strongest weapons right now against non-truth that you're getting tripped on. Okay? So it's vital, 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 vital that you see your thoughts and then you master them. Remember, guys, I'll talk about it more in a minute, but if you want to master all 12 realities, all 12 reality points, those fractals in your life, you've got to get in that Truth Warrior training on January 11th to remove the boulders that are blocking you. Remove the self-sabotage that's blocking you that you just can't see. This is the last week, you guys, of Warrior 24. One of my amazing clients said it's not working. It wasn't working. By the way, if that client's on this call, do not sign up for it. If she's doing something else, she'll be able to go to a live one. Oh, yes, you'll go to the live one. Don't sign up for it. So first, the first 20 people are going to be granted that early bird rate, and I'm only opening this for 1 more week. So if you know anyone or you want anyone to go with you, sign them up there, because what's going to happen is it's going to get launched out to everyone, and then it's regular price. So anyway, 12 fractals, 12 parts of your reality, the universe, Fight Club, it's all happening to get you to let the old die. It's what's happening. Okay. So everybody right here real quick. That's not going to be a short call, but I want to get into here is I am courage. I am love. I am truth. I feel courage. I feel love. I feel truth. I see love. I see courage. I see truth. I know love. I know courage. I know truth. So Your challenge this week is what topics, what environments, or what people send you into fight club mode, mentally or actually physically in the world. Like, who are you fighting with? Okay. I'm going to open up if there's any questions on what area of your life that you find yourself being drawn into a fight or you want to fight. Okay. Because that's coming up. It's coming up, quite a bit lately. And it's really important that you guys start paying attention to it and seeing if it's an area that you're like, ooh, I kind of leave the lights off in that area of my life. Okay. So let's see. This one came in a DM. Let's see. It says, I'm going to read this. Sometimes I want to make sure I'm reading these right, because it just says, how does this affect our marriages or all relationships, question mark? Okay, guys, it's the same no matter what reality you're in. I know I'm talking about the 12 fractals. Like, okay, just imagine your astrology chart, your personality blueprint, it's self-worth, money and value, communication, home and mom, fun, health, career, all those kinds of things, spirituality. Okay. It's the same no matter what reality you're in. Okay. So are you being your best self? And can they watch you do so that they have a map? Okay. Can they see your peace and light in every element of your life? Okay. Are they simply the closest to you? And then if they trigger you to be upset, it's kind of simple. Are you sharing what you want, or are you sharing what you don't want? As I said earlier, they can't even begin to see how to evolve with you if you're criticizing them for what they don't do or what you don't want them to do. So my answer is yes. In marriages, be your best self now. Just because your partner doesn't want what you want right now doesn't mean it's forever. It just means they're not ready. Does that make sense? Okay. And then, as well as, sometimes people just show up in our lives on that topic, and we have to understand that they're there showing us where we're out of balance. It's always out of balance. We're always working on creating balance, whether it's your physical, your skeleton in your body and a muscle's tight, or anybody knows when you get a pulled muscle, how bad it hurts, and you want to get it in balance and have it release so you can get back in balance. That's the physical body. The mental body is mental out of balance, where you're overthinking one thing and you're not giving any energy into a different thing. Spiritual imbalance is when you're just going, God, angel, save me, and you're not taking any action. It's always imbalance in every relationship, even marriage. Okay. All right. So this is funny, actually. So are we really evolving or just feeling more of what we have been avoiding? Yeah, I think it's both. Yes and yes. What is hard is that most have been limited in seeing your ability to live on your own terms and your own sovereign truth forever, right? In our entirety of on the planet, you haven't seen it. And I heard this super great phrase explained recently, and it was pretty simple. So I thought, oh, this is kind of what I would think of. The new is already here. The old is just making a lot of noise dying. Okay. So I suggest you find your new whole integrated you, and then do not move from that truth. That's the best way I can answer is you do you, boo-boo, right? Like, you do you. Okay. And don't move. That energy will attract to you. Okay. This is the last one. And then I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna cut tonight short, but because it was a very simple Fight Club is just everywhere. And now this is kind of well, it's not really similar, but it looks like, why do I feel so crappy all the time now? Okay. So when you feel crappy, think your pain every time. It's forcing you to look at you. And in some way, your higher self is responding to your thoughts about changing and growing. And so your higher self is like, I hear you. I know you want change. I know you want to do this. So it pushes you to see what's blocked, so you can shine light and then be free at peace. And so if you're in pain physically, it's telling you you're blocked. Go look at the energy that's stored in that part of your body. Just Google it nowadays. Everything's there. Right? What energetic pain is associated with this pain? Physical pain. It'll tell you. Where are you blocked mentally? right? What are you so upset about or depressed about or frustrated about? Typically, it's because we're so busy focusing on what's wrong with everybody. We're not right here, okay? And spiritually, right? When you feel, people are like, I feel so bad because, you know, everybody's fighting about religion. They're not fighting about religion. They're just fighting because they know how to, that's all they know. You've been taught Fight Club since you were born. Fight for your life. Fight for your last cookie. Fight for your place in line. Fight, fight, fight. And nobody's just going, dude, you do you, you do you, I'm going to do me. We don't empower people. We don't support their gifts. We don't tell them from day one, this is, you're really good at this, go do it. We don't tell 15-year-olds, you're really good at numbers and real estate, you love dirt and go build something at 15. We tell them you got to wait until you're 70. Then you'll know if you're good at it. Are you kidding? We're gotta start now. So there's no reason when you go, how old am I? It doesn't matter how old you are, start now. Okay. Last one just came in. It said, past is so hard to let go. Okay. Not if you decide what you want. The past is so hard to let go. I find that one fascinating. I'm not telling you the past doesn't creep in with this Scorpio energy. Like the past doesn't creep into your thoughts and go, oh, but the past is a lot easier to let go of if you decide what you want right now. The past won't even be in your mind if you know where you're going, and there is no option but to get there, because you'll be doing everything in your power to be that. Okay. Okay, well, you guys have any questions? None are coming in, but that's okay. I was, like I said, I was going to keep tonight short and sweet. I want to remind you guys again about the early bird registration Truth Warrior training. The code is warrior, all caps, warrior 24, one word. Last week, for the last 20 people are going to get 20% off. Okay, send me a DM if you have questions, if you want to talk about it. Last, we are launching live dates, me live in person, some live retreats in 2024. I haven't set the date and time yet, but just expect they will come after May, June, July. Okay, so I think one's going to start May-ish. I'm going to tell you that'll be a spiritual warrior retreat, a 1 day, and then we're having a 2-day, a couple 2-dayers. It looks like they might be in Denver and South Carolina. Charlotte, but I'm not sure yet, so don't hold me to. I'm just throwing them out there. We're waiting for, and those are 2-day events, so they're going to come April through October-ish. Our locations are up in the air, but it looks like we will be doing one of the Truth Warrior trainings in Scottsdale in May. Okay, so, but I'm not giving that away in dates because we may not do it. We'll see. I haven't decided yet because I'm kind of wanting to get out of Scottsdale and go somewhere else. So anyway, Denver and Florida possibly, as well as Charlotte. So if you prefer one of those locations and you are interested beforehand, before I get all those launched out, just send me a DM or an email at info@ideserveitnow.com. Let me know you're interested and I will put you on the pre-registration list so you're first to get in. But again, you're going to want to be in this webinar. If you're trying to remove the boulders in your life, you're going to want to be in the event. If you're like, oh, the investment, I'm switching it to a 6-month investment that makes it easier. If it's something that's tripping you up, even just call me and I'll get you into that. But I haven't gotten the 6-month up yet because we've been crazy trying to push this thing out. So anyway, long story short, there is a ton coming out and you do not want to miss the first one because of the first of the year. We're not going backwards. And if you're uncomfortable, this is what's going to reset your DNA. Your spiritual DNA, your energetic DNA. It literally is going to launch you to the next place because you're not going to move for anybody else. Okay. So also, if you guys want freebies or a free idea for you're on the free Truth Tribe, update someone and push them into the Warrior Pass, because remember, you guys get all access to all my courses as well as discounts to get into future courses. And then last, I'm opening up live one-on-one sessions. So if you want gift certificates for people for Christmas, it's only for December. It's the only time I'm opening this up. There is a red button on the events page to go and schedule full live soul blueprint sessions, either for yourself or for Christmas gifts. So there's gift certificates on there, as well as some cool truth apparel that's all live now. So just go to iDeserveItNow.com to the shop if you want product, but if you want to get any gift certificates for Soul Blueprint sessions, they're there on the website. Just go to events and click on, go ahead and click on the red button, and you will be straight up into the Soul Blueprint sessions. You can go and pick the one you want. And a lot of people have been on here who have done your astrology they're 60-minute and 90-minute sessions. Then you realize that right away you can see your boulders in those calls. So if you're like someone needs help and you really want to help them out, I would actually just push everyone into the Truth Warrior training. If I'm kind of like over it, right? Like I'm over all these discussions of like, what's happening? Nothing's happening. You're just deciding to either turn the light switch on and see all 12 rooms in your home, in your personal DNA home, or you're avoiding it. It's up to you. When people go, I just don't see it, that's bullshit. You don't want to see it. So if you're ready to level up, you're going to watch a lot of people leveling up in this new energy field saying, we're done playing games. We're done following the rules. We're going to break open into our new reality. Those are the people who will be in the Truth Warrior training. And again, it's an intensive, it's 12 weeks, 1 week, 1 hour every Thursday. And we're doing this to start getting accountability partners. It's a private group. So you only get me live if you jump in there. Okie dokie, guys, that is tonight. I love you all for joining. If you have any questions or want to replay this, again, will get uploaded in about an hour. It should be up into the whether you want it on Spotify or YouTube. So find me if you have any questions. I will see you all soon. I'll see you on Monday. Take a deep breath. No fighting. Don't join Fight Club. Love you all. Thank you. All right. Take care.